Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another walk. I'm in Cumbria with the lovely Julia. Hello, lovely Julia. We're in Cumbria. We're on our special trip up north.
We are.
And we're in Croglin.
Yep.
What the hell are we doing in Croglin? Looks like we're in a churchyard with a bunch of sheep all around us.
And it's so cute and it's so hard.
But there is a woolly mammoth nearby. Oh, here he is. It's Rober Croser. Hello, Robert.
Hello, thank you for joining me.
Robert, so nice to meet you.
Yes, you too, Richard. Yes, very much so, yes.
For those that aren't aware, Robert has been corresponding to us for a while, watching the Vogue show that I do, and encouraged the lovely Julia and I to come up north. And we left a beautiful sunny Sussex to come up to a blustery Cumbrian
It's not normally like this.
countryside. Anyway, we're here. We're in Croglin.
Yeah, we are, yes.
We're standing in a graveyard, a churchyard,
We are,
surrounded
indeed.
by sheep and their lovely lambs.
We are, yes, we are. There's lots of sheep up here. You might have guessed that.
Yes, they're absolutely beautiful, and they're in
They're
the graveyard.
Really, really new lambs as well. They've still got umbilical cords attached and everything. It's so cute. Oh, I want to touch them and stroke them, but no, I'm not allowed.
No, I want to eat them.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're in the graveyard because they're good at keeping the grass down.
They do, yes, they
Yeah.
do.
Now the church looks amazing, little two-roomed church with a nave and a chapel there. No idea how old it is.
It was rebuilt early Victorian from a church that was stood there since the Dark Ages.
Oh right.
Yep.
Shall we go up and see if we
shall.
can get out the window and just see if it's open?
I doubt very much that it will be, but you never know.
Good cow, good cow. Beautiful mama. Let's have a go with your twins, huh? Let's have a go.
Any joy, Robert?
No, sadly not.
Oh.
It was closed last time I was here,
Right.
but
Look at this.
other churches are usually open. This one's closed, probably because of the people coming to investigate the vampire legend.
Ah.
Yes.
We want to find out about that.
Yes.
Julia, before you do that, what have you found there, Julia?
Look at this. It's a nice handle. So it's like a clover leaf, isn't it, almost? And boot scrapers.
Oh, you like your boot scrapers, don't you, Julia?
Yeah, they're fascinating, aren't they?
So,
Yes.
a legend of vampires.
The Croglin Vampire, yes.
The Croglin
The
Vampire.
Croglin Vampire.
What a great name.
Known as the Scarrow Man.
The Scarrow Man. Okay, now
Yes.
before you tell us that, let's just place where Croglin is. I know we're in Cumbria, but roughly to give people.
Croglin is north east Cumbria. It's a very remote village, as you can see. It's miles away from anywhere. It's the best way I could describe it.
We took a trip on this lovely road, this one-lane road, sort of past beautiful rolling hill, but with cows and sheep and all that, and all this lovely dry stone wall. Can't get the words out.
Yes.
So that's where we are. So let's walk around the church and tell us
We
about
can.
the legend.
Well, during the early 18th century, a family doing the grand tour, they were called the Cranswells, came. The two brothers and the sister stayed in Croglin Hall, which is just over there. Now, Croglin Hall back then was like a manorial manor house, and one evening the sister was lying in bed. It was a really hot night, and she noticed a pair of lights coming over the field.
Oh,
About, glowing lights in the
right.
coming over the field, and she watched it for a while. Then it disappeared. Then all of a sudden these lights appeared outside the bedroom window, and she was transfixed by these lights, and the more she looked, the more she realised it was a pair of eyes looking in at her. Then she heard picking by long bony fingers.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, long bony fingers picking at the lead at the window, and this thing, and it didn't look like Christopher Lee or Bela Lugosi or Gary Oldman. It was like withered and almost mummified.
Oh gosh.
Long teeth, long nails, just dressed in rags. Pounced on her, bit at her, she screamed. Brothers burst in, chased it off. She went away to Switzerland to recover from it with the two brothers, and they came back here because they'd taken a long lease on it.
Yeah.
They'd heard from the locals that sheep and cattle had been attacked by something. They'd found bodies of rabbits, things like that, drained of blood, and they thought that it could only be what had tried to attack the sister. So the sister laid in wait for this thing, the Scarrow Man, and as luck might have it,
it came back the next day.
It came in and attacked her. The brothers burst in on it, armed with flintlock pistols. For what it was, it dived through the window and they chased it through the fields. One brother got a shot off, shot it in the leg. They followed the trail of blood to the church, this very church, and to the crypt.
Oh, let's have a look down
crypt.
Here. Hang on then.
Yep.
Let's just nip down the crypt. We can't go in.
No,
there's a great big.
I don't think it's a crypt anymore.
There's a gap in the door, and there's a bit of light. I don't know if you can see in there.
So the next day they knew better to try and tackle a vampire at night, or whatever the thing was. So they waited till the next day, got a few of the locals, went down into the crypt, arms with crucifixes, burning torches, garlic or whatever. Searched the crypt, and all the coffins were smashed open, the contents scattered all over the floor, bones gnawed at. Some of the cadavers were attacked, bitten, what have you, except one. They opened the coffin and there's this thing with a fresh wound in its leg.
Oh God.
They dragged the coffin out into the daylight, dragged it over to a holly tree that's not there anymore. Was it a rowan tree? I can't remember. Not there anymore. Covered it in straw or what have you, burnt the thing. And since that day, nothing more. But a local an Irish writer heard of this in London, as it was written for a penny dreadful based on the story what actually happened here. And this Irish writer was called Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula. Bram Stoker, who wrote Dracula, and he was inspired
I see.
by
this account.
Story. Now, I've spoken to a couple of locals, and they talk about it in hushed tones as if it actually really happened. And who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows? It's certainly wild enough around here.
Who knows?
Who knows, exactly. But the church is here, the crypt is there, the remains of the tree is over there.
Let's go and have a look at the remains of the tree. What's happened whilst you've been telling that story, mysteriously, I don't know if you've noticed this, but all the sheep have disappeared.
Yes.
They have got... Oh, wait, there's one over there. The one that's got away.
Well, ironically, it's where the tree was.
Oh, wow.
And I've actually seen photographs of this tree when it was still here. I'm sure it was a holly tree. I don't know if that has any holy kind of attachment to it. But this was a holly tree. They dragged the coffin here. I think it's some kind of folklore about holly or something, has some kind of properties against evil. And they dragged the coffin here, got pitch, got straw, burnt it and scattered the ashes to the four winds. But this is where the Croglin Vampire and obviously Dracula from there. And
wow.
The rest is history.
I'm impressed with these rather lovely ornate
beautiful, isn't it?
gravestones that we have around here.
Ivy
Yeah.
leaves.
Yeah, ivy leaves. Robert, you're
Yeah,
going to take us to
Richard.
see some more interesting
Yes,
stuff, aren't
yes.
you? But we've
Speaking-
run out of time on this video.
Oh, right.
I know,
Oh,
it goes so
the-
quickly.
It does. The next one will be a dragon.
A dragon.
Oh.
A
Something-
dragon,
something
yes,
to look
a
forward
dragon.
to.
The next church is a dragon.
Right.
And there's some evidence to back it up as well. So
Heavens.
that'll be nice.
Julia, what do you think? Have you enjoyed this trip?
Yes.
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 Worth coming up north.
Absolutely.
Even though it's a little bit windy,
Yeah.
but the lambs are cute and the legends are impressive.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Robert.
No sweat.
Do join us again on the next one. Don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, become a patron, and all the usual. But from the lovely Julia, the wonderful Robert Croser, and Richard Vobes. How long have I
Love
been
it.
doing this? Not long enough,
Love it.
clearly. From Croglin, see you on the next one. Bye for now.